And joining me now from Washington, D.C. is Akshaya Kumar. She's a policy analyst on Sudan and South Sudan for the Enough Project. Thanks for coming on the program.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Looking in from the outside, what we do see is the fighting escalating, but it's still the reasons for they seem rather murky. What is the basis for this level of fighting? Is it ethnic? Is it political? And who are the fighters?
Well, I think it's important to note that South Sudan went through 2 decades of civil war. It's just 2 years into its independence, and so it's heavily militarized still as a society. A large number of people have weapons, and the state security services play a huge role in the country. And so now what started out as a political struggle between the current president, Salva Kiir, and a political rival, his former vice president, Dr. Riek Machar, has evolved into an extremely significant military set of clashes that have broken down under ethnic lines, as the French ambassador said a few moments ago.
The President Salva Kiir says his government is in full control of the situation, but from where you're sitting, does it look like this is a situation that has the potential of descending to civil war?
We're extremely worried, actually, about the potential for a return to violence in South Sudan. The people deserve a peaceful and democratic country, one where there's a plurality of opinions. And here what we have, when people are being targeted, when state security forces are going door to door and searching out Nuer tribesmen, people of the same ethnic group as the former vice president, that's deeply concerning to us.
Indeed. And the former vice president, what kind of a support does he have and is it enough to sustain this level of fighting?
Again, this is something, the situation on the ground is incredibly fluid, but we do know that Dr. Riek Machar does have a significant degree of support in the state security forces, and there's also a great deal of discontent with the way in which the government has been run. That said, there's a lot of different actors who are operating on the ground right now, and it's hard to tell how many of those are directly under Dr. Machar's command or his control. It's hard to tell how many are actually responding to him and how many are acting on their own volition.
And several arrests have been made of former politicians, ministers. Some are saying this is the president's way of clearing out any opposition. Is there any validity to this?
I think that there is certainly a strong narrative that explains some of these actions as a means to consolidate political control and power. A number of these people who were arrested were significant VIPs at high levels of government just a few months ago. In July, they were removed from government, but they still represented a strong political force in opposition, and now they've been arrested. So we're certainly worried about that, and we're encouraging dialogue between these members and the president's group, because at the end of the day, they're both part of the Sudan People's Liberation Movement, a rebel group that fought for South Sudan's independence from Sudan for over 20 years. And we hope that they can come together around the vision and ideal and hope that they had for one peaceful, pluralistic, and democratic country.
Akshaya Kumar from the Enough Project, thanks very much for your thoughts and for speaking to us.
Take care. Thank you.